Let's welcome Kathy Holly and Spotlight.
Hi, everybody. I'm so happy to be here tonight. I have two fabulous guests tonight. Talented, multi-talented. First of all, Shelley Leong, who's a multi-instrumentalist, fantastic, and John Lum, who's a singer and an architect. I have to ask you more about that, building and then singing while you're building, probably. Shelley, welcome to the show. We're going to talk about you first. Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
And tell everybody in the audience where Malaysia is, just in case I had to ask, I had to refresh my memory. Near Thailand.
It is right below Thailand, above Singapore, also close to Indonesia.
And you know, I was reading about you and that you have studied at the Berklee College of Music. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're a singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist. All right, how many instruments? What are they?
Well, that's the piano
Yes.
and the guitar. I started the double bass recently, and percussions.
Percussion, violin.
I wish. Ukulele.
Ukuleles. Ukuleles in. It's wonderful.
Yes, it is in recently. And the melodica, I suppose, but that's kind of a cheat because that's like the piano.
I know, I love the melodica.
Yes.
I was thinking of getting one.
I also play a little bit of gamelan, which is a Malaysian Indonesian.
Oh, yes, right, an Indonesian instrument. When did you start in music?
When I was a wee little girl, when I was about 7, there's a story of how I went to my neighbor's house and I just started, plunking on a piano. And then I went home and as opposed to most Asian parents where they forced their kids to go study piano, I said, Mom, I want to learn.
Oh, that's
and
great.
That's how
she
I
didn't
started.
have to talk you into it.
No.
And this was all in Malaysia.
This was in Malaysia, yes.
And then did you perform professionally in Malaysia?
Did, yes.
And then you left Malaysia and went to the Berklee College of Music?
I was very lucky. The reason I'm here in America is I managed to get a scholarship to study at the Berklee College of Music.
Oh, how wonderful.
And it was a really wonderful experience being amongst such amazing musicians from all over the world.
Oh, I can imagine. In fact, you were a winner of an award for global composers, right?
For the songwriting, yes. And,
yes. And your album?
My album in Malaysia did pretty well. You'll also hear later on one of the songs that were in my album called Forgiveness.
All right. And the name of the album?
It's called Storyteller.
Storyteller. Now, I think we have a still shot of the cover. And if we can get that up, that would be great. There it is. You are definitely a storyteller. And of course, today, CDs are almost passé, but we can access your music where?
You can access my music on all the major streaming services. So you can get it from Apple or Amazon Music. I also have all the links on my Instagram account, which you just look up Shelley Leong. And you'll be able to see it there. Yes, and so, this is one of the rare...
Let me take a look.
Yes.
We should be doing that over here. What I want to do is look at the titles of your songs. You're the singer-songwriter, pianist, and I'm assuming, did you do all of the instrumentals on the album, or did you have other artists?
I had a team of people who I have played with for quite a while in Malaysia. Malaysia has many talented musicians.
Oh, I'm sure.
And
I heard
was
some
very lucky.
in Thailand. At the Chok Chai Steakhouse. I heard a group from Malaysia. All right. Yeah, it was in Bangkok. Well, I'm looking at some of the titles of your songs. Resident Fool, Forgiveness, So Good. I'm not sure. It must be a Malaysian title. Irami.
That's
Number
crime.
4. Crime.
Crime. So
Crime.
crime, that's a unique one for the times because it's about love between people of various, backgrounds, ages. And I think today that's quite important. Love is love. You can choose who you want to. And that's what the song
And
is
when
about.
was this recorded?
Oh, a bit while ago. Yes.
Was it 2000 what?
It's on the album. You can go look it up. Go look it up online.
I have my glasses on. So what I'm thinking is like the titles, like the crime, especially an innocent girl thanking you. Well, let's cut to the chase and let's take a look at a video.
Okay.
That was made of you singing Forgiveness.
Yes.
And then we can talk a little more about it.
We will.
Okay.
This world can be so cold, leaves you with nothing to hold. It's easy to forget why you're here, why they treat me this way, why he just wouldn't stay. This world can be so cold, leaves you with nothing to hold. It's easy to forget why you're here, why they treat me this way, why he just wouldn't stay. Sometimes you don't know why you do some things. There is no rhyme or reason. But if you find in your heart you can bring forgiveness, and you set your soul free, so free, so free, yeah, so free, so free, so free, yeah. Come help me make some sense. They brought my dream to an end. We try to comprehend, but you don't have to cry. Some have reasons to lie. Sometimes you don't know why you do some things. There is no rhyme or reason. But if you find in your heart you can bring forgiveness, then you set your soul free, so free, so free, yeah, so free, so free, so free.
Wow, I love it.
Thank
Is that a
you.
butterfly that was in the background flying up there?
Now, this video was made many years ago before CGI was popular, so it was, I guess, ahead of its time.
It was terrific to watch. I love it.
It's very surreal actually for me to see this little music video that was popular in Malaysia be shown on
It's
American
still popular.
TV.
I mean, this is to me, I enjoy it
very
because I
surreal.
love film and everything to do with music. And I think the combination, there's some great shots of you. It's
Thank
terrific.
you.
And you're so multi-talented. All right, now I have to ask, so very quickly tell us about forgiveness because we have to get to your other song. What is it about forgiving?
The story behind this song is that one day I was giving an interview with a magazine critic, and she did not write such a good write up. I was a
review.
little upset, but then I realized, what am I being upset about? And at the end of the day, we should not be so hard on ourselves. Not be hard on other people, but also especially ourselves. So I wrote the song, and lo and behold, this became the hit song
That's what it
from
said.
the
It was
album.
your debut song from the album.
Yes, so you never know when you write from your own experience and your heart.
And this was very big in Malaysia.
It was on the top 10 on the radio. And
How wonderful.
Yeah.
That is so exciting. I'm sitting next to a star. I didn't have any idea. Oh
Everyone
my God.
is a
Oh, we
star.
want to hear all right, we have another clip. This is a song that you also sang. It's in the video at one of the performances of the Salon. I want to explain to the audience out there, there's a wonderful man who produces this show. He's a musician himself, Boris Goldman. And every so often, about once a month, he produces a salon. And it's at a location. And it's wonderful because performers come and perform. And we also have a potluck and, a little wine, a little good taste. And so we have some footage of you performing So Good, which is one of your originals from the album.
Yeah.
So can we show everybody that? Let's see the footage.
Some good things about growing older. Some crazy fun days, whispers in each ear, smiles for the fine ways for how you make me feel, how you make me feel so good, so good. A kiss in your pocket, a one-way ticket, that wish can come true, and the things that we could do. I'll make you feel, I'll make you feel so good, so good.
Wow. Well, that too, it's a different contrast because you're performing live at a salon. And so there's no editing. You are live, just like we are right now.
Performing live is one of my passions because you can interact with the audience in a very direct way.
That's right.
You can, and you can look into their eyes, and
it's like Shelley Unplugged.
Yes,
right there.
I've also done jazz festivals, and those are also amazing because you see, hundreds of people in front of you, and you feel that energy, and like you would know. And,
I know.
And
live performing
it's wonderful.
is totally
That's what
different.
we missed so much during the pandemic.
Yes.
And I think now post lockdown, we are appreciating live music so much more.
Oh, I agree with you. I think people are asking, for music.
Yes.
A lot of restaurants, well, we hope will bring back music too. And I'm performing in one in San Francisco. Now listen, when can we see you again? Is there any date that you have coming up?
I would say the best way is to follow me on my Facebook or Instagram.
Facebook page.
And I will always post updates there. I also do a lot of video recordings that I might do at home or in a certain venue.
Good. And then upload?
And it's uploaded.
To YouTube?
Yes, to YouTube. I also have a channel there. So
great.
Just do
Shelley
a search.
Leong. I want to make sure that we get your name up there on the screen. I'm sure that it's definitely going to be there. So that's one way we can follow you.
Yes.
And your Facebook page, I did give, we can look you up on Facebook.
And one easy way to remember my name is if you remember from the old days of Cheers, there was an actress called Shelley Leong.
Oh, yes.
So I'm Shelley Leong.
Perfect. Shelley Leo, NG.
Yes,
Leong.
That's right.
That's great.
And I will update you on my newest performance.
All right.
Yeah.
That would please update me. And now we're going to turn to Mr. John Lum. And we're going to find out about this architect. Are you singing while you build, John?
No, I'm not.
When did you begin singing?
Well, I've been singing since I was a kid, but that was mostly by rote in a way. You know how typical Chinese American families, everyone does everything, and I was the last of 6 kids.
Oh,
so
6 of you.
We all did
Wow.
piano lessons. All the boys played violin, the girls played cello. And we would go to our congregational church and sing in the choir. But it wasn't until about 25 years ago when I was breaking up from a serious relationship, and I was wanting to really discover my voice or
Yes.
have an outlet that was much more emotional than what I was used to, and
Mm-hmm.
and I was never, classical piano. It's hard for me to emote out of that.
Right. That's true. It's a
and-
different style when you take a show tune or a standard.
Yeah, and I was very shy, of course, in a way, but also not shy. So I started taking classes at City College, which was kind of crazy. And then I got a lead role in one of their musicals, One Touch of Venus.
Wonderful. So
Yes.
this was a performance class workshop.
No, I just tried out for their musical,
Oh,
and I
good.
got that. And then I was in Gordon Getty's Plump Jack. I got the role of the Prince, which was a
Great.
crazy, very tonal but classical opera.
That's right. And I never saw it, but I had heard about it.
It's very complicated.
So this is very well now. Okay, we're fast forwarding here. So you did all that, and then you became an architect.
Oh no, I always wanted to be an architect. So
Always.
when I was
Right.
about 5 or 6, I knew I was going to be an architect.
See, that's wonderful, and that does happen out there in the audience. Keep that in mind. And
Yeah.
you followed your dream, and you became
I
an
did.
architect. But then you have a talent, and that's another passion.
Yeah, I have a lot of passions in my life.
Yes, I can tell you do. Well, we want to see this passion. Now, of course, I heard you perform at one of the salons,
Yes.
and you said that you celebrated your 60th birthday party, and what you had was a huge party at Bimbo's,
Yes,
right?
I did.
And there's some footage here of you singing the song with the band. Let's show it to the audience because it's wonderful. And I love the song.
What a day this has been. What a rare mood I'm in. Why, it's almost like being in love. With a smile on my face to the whole human race. While it's almost like being in love. All the music of life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me. And all the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I could swear I was falling, swear I was falling. It's almost like being in love.
I just think that's so wonderful. And you know what? You're wearing the jacket.
I am. Yeah.
I love this jacket.
Oh, thank you.
I wonder if I could try it on. Well, maybe after the show. Just
Well,
kidding.
that was Emily Day and the Cosmo Alley Cats. She was so gracious to work with me for like 3 months, and Lee Bloom was the pianist, so they were just wonderful.
It was perfect. It's a great song that you chose.
Oh, thank you.
And I mean, this is so great. It's wonderful to see people on video, and I know there's a little interest too in what happens when you sing live. I mean, Shelley, you were talking about it. How wonderful
Yes.
to have a live audience. Well, I understand. I know you're going to sing something for us, and we are your live audience. And then,
Okay.
of course, millions of people out there that are watching this show will hear you. And I'm hoping to have you and Shelley as guests where I perform at some point. I think we talked about that before the show because it's fun. I produce and I also sing, of course, but it's great to have guests when you perform. But let's hear
Yeah.
you.
Oh,
live.
okay.
Why did you choose this wonderful song that you're going to sing for us?
Because I actually can't whistle.
I was waiting for you to whistle.
I can't. I was hoping that you could whistle for me, but
No way.
And it's actually very. I love Sondheim, of course, because
Oh.
Sondheim, the song is anyone can whistle, but it's so personal, and it's actually it does kind of reflect. You can learn things, but can you feel them? And that's really what this song's about.
Well, I would love you to stand,
Okay.
and if you
Thank
don't
you.
mind standing, and let's sing for our wonderful audience at home.
Anyone can whistle, that's what they say, easy. Anyone can whistle any old day, easy. What's hard is simple, relax, let go, let fly. So someone tell me, why can't I? I can dance a tango, I can read Greek easy. I can slay a dragon any old week easy. What's hard is simple, what's natural comes hard. Maybe you could show me how to let go, lower my guard, learn to be free. Maybe if you whistle for me.
Yay!
That was wonderful.
Thousands. Yes, we're all applauding, and I can hear the crowd. That I wish you could sing 4 choruses of that song.
I love that song.
It just kind of exudes. Please listen to me. I want to hear more. It's just beautiful. You have a lovely voice.
Oh, thank you.
So now, all right, you said you did study a little.
Oh, yes, I
voice.
studied actually about 10 years with 12 years with Colleen Donovan. I just did private lessons once a week along with the City College, and then I've been on my own since then. And I've been, since the pandemic, I really wanted to start doing more performance.
Yes, good.
So I've
This
been
is
hosting
wonderful.
some Gershwin salons and things of that sort. I love the American Songbook. It just really speaks to me. I think I'm a little bit of an old soul.
Yes.
I love the words. I love Cole Porter. I love
those are great.
Yes, I just love the smartness of the lyrics and the innuendos, and it's just very, very elegant, is what I would say.
And you're perfect for that. I think the salons are great, and I think it would be great I'm going to go back to this, but I do gigs in San Francisco, and as long as, I am doing it in a place where I can have guests, I think it's wonderful, because people don't only come to see me, then they can come to see whoever else I talk about, special guests. So we have to get people interested in music again and live performance.
Well, I think building community is what you're doing, and it's so wonderful that you met both of us at that salon and
I
invited
love
us
it.
to do this, and I'm
Great.
very appreciative of that.
Thank you, John. Now, the next thing I've been meaning to ask you, I would like to have you build me a house.
Oh.
You know what I love? Well, tell people about just give me an idea of what you have, been building. You said you designed Bolinas. Tell us about that.
And I have a firm that we're 20 people now. Actually, maybe 19 people.
Fantastic.
And we do mostly residential, but there's always some commercial interior or something that's happening. The most infamous or famous interior that I've done is Asia SF. I don't know if you know the transgender wait staff bar. Yeah,
Wow.
exactly. That was a while back. That was 25
Great, you'll have
years
to tell
ago.
me about it after the show.
Exactly.
See, because there's so much time that we have, a little time in the show, and then afterwards you really find out.
Right.
People are involved in so many things. Why don't you design a cabaret?
Oh, I'd love to.
I think it would be so great. Do you remember the Plush Room?
Yes, I do.
San
remember
Francisco.
that.
We're talking about cabaret rooms,
Right.
everybody.
And I actually was once in a Theater Rhino production. I was helping them pro bono to find a new space.
Oh, that's
But
great too.
I was in this show called Naked Boy Singing.
Oh, now please. I love this jacket. Don't take it off. Got to wear that jacket more
Yeah.
often. But wouldn't it be fun to have another intimate spot? See, I would love to speak to you about that, because we do need a spot where singers can be intimate with the audience. See, not 200, 300 people, maybe 100. Mm-hmm. And being able to, sing your passion, talk about what you love to sing, and then form a show. I did a one-woman show like that. And the place that I did it in is now gone. It was at the Rex Hotel. And the Society Cabaret was an organization that used to do these wonderful shows. They took over a room at the Rex Hotel, a boutique hotel, downtown San Francisco.
Yes, I remember that.
And they would put on shows in that room. So they produced my show. That was wonderful. And then since then, shortly after, a few years later, the hotel completely sold to somebody. And so now it's completely different. There's no more cabaret room. But anyway, in San Francisco, the only place we really have is, I'm trying to think, is Feinstein's.
Oh,
That's about
right,
it.
at the
When you go to
Nico.
New York, there's many other places. But we are not New York. And also
No.
Pacifica. We have the Pacifica Performing Arts Center, which is wonderful. And I think that's, it's just great, everybody, that we have that. But I think we need another place, in the Bay Area.
I think that's a great idea, and I think that it's such a
not
joy.
too costly.
No. It'll have to be a black box.
I think I'll have to run for mayor because I know it's very expensive in San Francisco to put on shows of any kind in any place. Well, it's been wonderful having both of you on my show tonight. And what is your next venture then? You're doing more salon shows, and you too, Shelley?
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope to do some more.
Yeah.
At least in Bolinas. Minimally, I'll do some Gershwin reviews.
That would be wonderful in Bolinas.
Yes.
Almost said Salinas. Salinas, everywhere, anywhere. Monterey.
And I think people should also know the website for the salon, themonthlysalon.com. And
good.
Yes.
Monthlysalon.com. Because even though you live in Pacifica, you can come up to San Francisco. And please, if you'd like to be on my show, everybody out there in TV land, I would love to, to feature the artists too that are in Pacifica. And, I don't have that many sources. So I would love it if you know a young person that plays the guitar and sings, plays pianos and sing, whatever it may be. Well, thank you again, everybody. And
My pleasure.
Thank
you'll
you.
see all of us soon, I hope. And my name is Kathy Holly. This is Spotlight. Please tell your friends about the show, right? You can go to YouTube, and if you look up Kathy Holly Spotlight, you will see me, I think. Of course, you can see me here, too. But thank you, and I want to thank our crew and PCT. It says I have about a minute left. So anything you want to say to any young person to pursue music?
It takes time. Nothing is instant. Especially nowadays with this attitude of instant fame. If you really want to be good at something, work at it, and you will succeed over time.
Any parting wisdom from you
I was just
two?
going to say, perfect is not interesting. That's the biggest thing that I think I struggle with as an architect and also as a performer. Doesn't need to be perfect.
All right, did everybody hear that? And by the way, I don't think we are perfect either, are we? No. And sometimes the greatest moments are when you're performing live and you may drop a lyric, improvise.
I forget my lyrics all the time, even though I write them.
Oh, well.
That's right. Improv. That's what we love. Improv. Okay, everybody. I'm improvising right now. See you soon. Good night. Say goodbye to everybody. Bye, bye, bye. See you soon, everybody.
Hey mambo, mambo Italiano. Hey mambo, mambo Italiano. Go, 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 you mixed up Siciliano. Are you Genovese? Do the mambo like a crazy with a hey mambo. Don't want a tarantella. Hey mambo, no more a mozzarella. Hey mambo, mambo Italiano. Try an enchilada with the